All right. Should be back. Let me just see what happened there. So that was a good old OBS crash. All right, let's start a new game, and let's just hope I'm black so I don't have to rotate the board. Am I not connected to chess.com anymore? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I can always give the board a little bit of a setup. Let's just connect it again. And then we'll put all these pieces back where they should be. All right, let's play a French defense. And I'm hoping he goes for the exchange variation because it's the only one I know. So the idea is he comes down here. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's definitely a case of I need a better computer, I think. So we're going to attack this pawn. And I think that's going to be the theme of this game. We're going to try and get over here. He's going to come up and attack that pawn. I'm out of prep. All right, so if I go there, maybe he's just committed to trading off the bishop. So now I believe I'm threatening to take this pawn because it's only got 2 defenders and I've got 3 attackers. I'm okay with that. And now, if he castles, I might even consider going this way because if he takes, I take, and I've got doubled pawns, but I also get the open file. I still don't know if it's worth it. I think here and then here might be worth it. But if I go here, he can take that pawn. I don't want him to take that pawn because I don't want my queen here. So I'm kind of thinking, should I let him double my pawns? And then I think, no, that's not a good idea. But maybe, no, that's not a good idea even. That can't be good. I'm going to go for it. And if he takes my pawn, then I just have to capture back with the queen. It's not the end of the world. Or is it? If he takes, I take. bishop here, queen over there. Should be okay. Or even pawn here at some stage, but not yet. Okay, that move I did not expect, but it kind of makes sense. But let's ask him what he's doing with that pawn. Now I need to be careful there because there is a discovered attack if he recaptures with the... if he moves the knight for a discovered attack later. But wow. So I'm moving the knight first just to open up the bishop to defend this pawn. I can take this at any time. Although maybe I should have taken it first. I definitely should have taken it first. Because now you can actually move the knight and use the queen to defend that pawn. Okay. That took me a while to see. It's got to be the queen, right? It's got to be the queen. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. All right, we do have something here. We do have a fork. Now, if I was to push, he would take, so that's not going to work. If I defend, then he goes here. That's fine too. I can't quite do it because the queen is still there, but I can always move it out of the way. And I'm happy to trade pieces here because I've got the 2 center pawns and he's got a weakened kingside. So what I really want is to push, and he takes. That would be great because then I could just go here for the fork. But if I push and he goes anywhere else, then I get, oh, if I push and he moves the knight somewhere else, then I've got the fork because now the queen would be protecting. Hello, Void. How are you? Okay, so I did see that coming. And now I guess the question is, yeah, I trade. Oh, but what's this? What's this? If I go here, he takes, I take, and he goes here, and he gets the, because I can't capture back. So that's a bit of a shame. So I might just have to defend. And that's okay defending that like that as well, I believe. Void, what's going on? I do need to be a little bit mindful of that as well. I can't move my rook. So I'm thinking I might castle here just to get my rooks in play and then sort of make some sort of attack on the king side. I'll be back in like 2 minutes or so, but first, plays there. Can I push the pawn now? Can I go with my plan now? Not really. Not really. If I push, he takes, and then I take, and then he moves. And I didn't really accomplish anything. If I take, he takes, I take, and he takes. Again, don't really get anything out of that. I think castling, unfortunately, is the best move. All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right. Where'd we go? There is text-to-speech, but it's on the app. It's not on chess.com. So he went knight there. What's that do? Attacks the bishop. Attacks the bishop twice. Now, if I've got something like knight here, take, 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 I'm just down in the exchange. If I go here, take, 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 I'm down the exchange. If I push here, he goes there. That's not good. I could go here, take, 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 so I'm down a pawn. I could always just go back here as well too, because the pawn is coming in here for the fork. So that might have to be the best move. But let's move it with the piece. Yeah, that was had to be done. Now I can go up here. You know what? I actually have a way to do that. I just don't know how to set up any of the donations or anything like that. But I do actually have a way to do that where people can sort of play over text-to-speech like that. So that's something I'm working on, but it's not quite there yet. Right now, it's just more of a focus on getting the stream going and finding a good time to do it. Okay, tactics are here. So if I push, he has to take with the knight. Take, take, check. Oh, there's got to be something good here. It's got to be something good. I think we go for it. I think we'll give it a go. I'm expecting him to take back with the knight. And I'm probably going to be down a little bit here. But it just looks too promising not to even give it a go. And he takes with the queen. So that should be GG. But I don't blame him if he wants to keep playing after this, but he should have taken with the bishop, and that would have been good. So let's see if he... No, he's going to keep going. Before we end the game... Oh, that seems fine. I'll just take. And now if he takes with the bishop, let all the pieces get back on the board. And can anyone see the move which should seal the deal? It was always there. Yes, it was. Oh, my mouse is in the middle of the screen. There we go. Little fork to finish it off, and that is GG. All right, before we get to the analyzing part, I think this time, for those of you who were here last time who wanted to see the board set up, I think this time we just go, oh, so he was a 1900, so that feels good. Did he feel like a 1900? Let's analyze the game, but before we do, let's set up the board again. Let's see if I can get this working this time. I am not using the Chessnut app. I'm actually using a browser extension. So once we pair the board, let's see if it sets up correctly. And if not, I'm just going to refresh the page and we'll try again. The browser extension is a bit hit and miss. If let's just try playing a bot, see if it works from there. There we go. So this should I'll be quiet. How'd you like that? Nice little whooshing sound of the board setting up. I didn't want to ruin it for you, so I figured I would just let it go. All right, so I am going to switch to the analyze screen. Let's hope it doesn't crash again. All right, so unfortunately when I switch to the analyst, it shows me the bar straight away, but that's okay. Let's try to ignore it. Can I turn it off? All right, so we went for a French defense exchange variation. Advanced variation, and yeah, I don't care if it's saying I should take. I don't want to take, but normally this move comes next. That's what I was expecting. And then we put more pressure on the pawn, and it's a fun game from there. So he played here, and the computer's already saying it's a questionable move, and I thought it was a questionable move too, so that's okay. Yeah, it's still saying I should take the pawn. I'm not taking the pawn yet, relax. Okay, I liked taking with the bishop. I thought this move was a very questionable one too. I don't know. I know he's trying to stop me from going here, but I feel like weakening your king side is just a little bit too much. Now here, I feel like I should have taken here. Instead I went there, but take, and now this file is open for the rest of the game. I've also got the bishop eyeing this file as well. I feel like that's a pretty good result. These pieces here are stopping the king from getting out. So if I can somehow get this pawn off the file, castle, the rooks could come over. So I think taking was better, but I didn't. But that was okay too. What about this move? Was that okay? That was okay as well. But the move comes out here. That's where we were going. Push to take. Now, yeah, I've got this move lined up. Now I couldn't really move here because I figured if I moved, what do we got here? Take. Why is that a mistake? because I can't take back. It's a mistake because I could have brought the rook over. Yeah, and that's what I was going to do in the game if that happened, but I didn't want to get to that situation. So, take, take, take. And I'm still winning. I'm still winning. Let's have a look. So the game continued like this. And my one mistake of the game. I focused way too much on this when I didn't realize that there was a knight fork waiting to happen. Now, if I had have gone across, okay, other stuff would have happened. That's all right. That's all right. We found the best move. And then, yeah, let's see if this was a good move. It's a brilliant move. It looked right. It felt right. I knew there were opportunities here. I didn't think it was brilliant. I thought it was like just a very tricky move, but I figured it probably had some sort of complication that I didn't really see. And yeah. Now, where does he go from here? So he can't go up, and he can't go here or here. So he has to go across. And then, I was a bit unsure. I could take... check, check, check. But then I run out of checks. But I'm sure there's something here. I'm sure of it. So, is that... Yep. And then here. And then here. Oh. And then block? No, he can't block because then the rook would come across. So he's got to block like this. Okay, so computer actually thinks bishop blocking is better, but then we simply go here. And then, you know what? I'm very happy with that position. I don't care that the computer says there's a mistake in there. Bring the rook. Bring the rook. Yeah, over here. Definitely stuff going on over here. So yeah. Yeah. But it didn't play out that way. Instead he took with the queen. And then, yeah, it's pretty much over from here. Again, he can't really go to any of these squares because of the discovered attack that would have followed. So he goes here. Take, take, fork. Huh. It actually says that's a better move. But I don't know. Like, obviously it is a better move. What's the next move here? E4. Okay. So you still get your fork, but then he can block. And it's just a little bit too complicated. I'm okay with winning the bishop straight away there. Even if he goes here. That's cool. And that's GG. All right, I think I'll go one more game. So let's go play online. Let's see if I can just quickly reset this board. And let me just over to the gameplay screen. All right. And let's get one more game in. And I'm hoping to be black again because I don't want to rotate the board, but I will if I have to. I used to have a something that would spin the board around, but unfortunately I have cats and you know how that goes. So little workout session. I don't like this opening, but I'll play it anyway. Now, the question is, should I bother trying to hang on to it? Well, I'm going to develop normally, but I kind of get worried about developing normally in openings that I don't quite understand because I feel like that's exactly what they want you to do. Excuse me? So, I'm just going to develop normally. Hopefully I'm not falling for some ridiculous trap where... What is that? Okay. He wants to go over there if I move my bishop out. And then I come back. So this is the ridiculous stuff that I'm talking about. But we're not going to play into that. He can have the pawn back. That's fine. He gave me a pawn. He can take it back. But... And I'm just going to get rid of this knight from the center. He can have his queen in the center too. I'm not enjoying this game, but it's okay. I will... Ooh, do I want to do that? You know what? I'm just going to bring my queen out. We're going to trade queens. I'm going to take the center, and then we're probably going to end in a draw. But yeah, I don't know if he was aiming for this sort of cheap trick opening, but yeah, it is what it is. I believe it's called the England, I don't know, the gambit. Yeah, I'm just not impressed by tricks like that in faster time controls. Okay, so he doesn't want to trade queens. And again, he's going for some tricks. If I castle too early, and I'm actually thinking, what if I just bring my bishop here? Then he can't bring his bishop out, but he might develop. But then I can go here. Then he's forced to trade queens, almost. Yeah, okay. I could even go here and then here, or even here, and then castle, and then I go here and then come back. And I got a nice little defense going. So, I don't know. I'm in one of those openings where I don't really know what I'm doing, but I guess that's part of it too. So now I think his best bet is just to go here because there is a pawn hanging. And of course, if he goes here, then I can just trade and I can go there. And then he goes here, threatening checkmate. So I take. All right. So I think my goal here is just to trade off pieces and then put him in a position where he's got worse pawns. I think that's all I think that's what this game is going to come down to. I could take the pawn for free as well, because he's just offered me a free pawn. So if I go here and he goes here, attacking here, it's not really a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. If I go here and the pawn comes back, then I can go here, trade, and I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, I'm not seeing any downside. I've even got here next, and if he blocks, then I can go here. And okay. Wait, what? What am I? That's an undefended bishop. What? Here I am looking at stuff like this. That's not undefended, of course not. It's got here. Here I am looking at this. He takes, and I take. I mean, I'm just up a pawn, so maybe trading the queens now is better. Oh, but yes, because he's got traps as well. He's got heaps going on here. He can go here, and then if my bishop ever tries to get out, he gets here. So I think trading is just yeah, I think trading is just the way to go. Yep. So I was worried about take. And then he's got the fork. I don't know if it is good enough. Take. He wins back the pawn, I take. Then he's got the fork. Yeah. It's one of those ones where I didn't see it until after I made the move. So now bishop takes. I wonder if it was anything better. But he did have a lot of interesting moves coming up. So yeah, we'll wait and see if he can find it. I'm expecting him to find it. I feel like he's that type of player that plays this opening all the time. So I'm expecting bishop takes. Okay, so he didn't find it, but he found something else. But I've got options. He's given me a lot of options. Here, take, take, and then push, not push, and then come back for the trade. Takes, and then I can walk in and grab the knight. But if I go back, take. If I go here and he comes down for check, and then he moves out of the way, and then I go back. I'm still up only one pawn, but I lose this pawn here, and I don't really want to lose that pawn. That's the, although, take, check, move, and then he goes here. What is that? Take, check, here, take. So it's pretty ugly. It's all very ugly, and I don't like it, and I don't like this game, and I should have called it quits before trying to play one more time. But I think I'm just going to put a stop to his bishop. Now, probably taking the pawn was better there, but it was very complicated, and I don't know what I'm doing, so why not just go with the advantage of being up a pawn? Am I right, or am I wrong in my logic here? If anyone wants to chime in, please feel free. Yeah, I think it is too. I think if I just calmly play it out, I still got 7 minutes on the clock. I'm playing this move first just to sort of gain a tempo, even though we took with the bishop, and I'm going to take back. Now he needs to move his knight, and then I can completely take the center with the pawns, and then I can bring my bishop up. So I would assume he's going to go here, but that actually blocks in his bishop. So that makes it a little bit more difficult for him. But I'm going to go here or here, and then bring out my bishop. Okay. Played that one a little bit too quick. So the idea there with this pawn push was to cover his only escape square, because I've got everything else covered. and he can't get out from his own pieces. So was it a good move? I don't know, but the fact that I could push e4 as well kind of put me in the position where I thought, okay, I can give it a go. Because the idea was he plays something logical, and then I push, and then I bring the knight out, and the knight will cover both of those. E3 was definitely a move that I was considering, and then bringing the bishop out, but you know, we might as well take the free knight. And now we have an even more favorable endgame. What do we got here? We've got a couple of people in. Where's everyone from? And for those of you on YouTube, do you own one of these Chessnut boards yet? Because I know I've got a lot of subscribers from my review videos. Now, we've got a little issue here. I could push here. I could push here first. And then the only way to get his bishop out is to go there. I go here. He comes across. We got some interesting tactics there. But I think better is simply just to develop and then castle. So I can develop, and then I can castle, and then I can actually bring the rook up this way and get into the game. So I've definitely got options. We've got to be careful there. If I go here and he goes there, that's not any good because I can't defend that pawn anymore. So I think bringing the knight out is the first priority. We're 3 points up. So we gave back the pawn, but we got a knight. And we kind of ruined everything. And yeah, knight c3, definitely the way to go. Now, I don't know if I want to castle there. And the reason I don't want to castle there is because open files. But I can always go across. I have to defend. And he's running out of squares. No, I think I do need to castle here, but it's very dangerous. I don't know if it's that dangerous because he is running out of pieces. I'm going to do it. Whether or not it's a good idea, though. And now, if he goes something like there, yep. I can simply bring the rook up. I think his only good square is to go back here now. I don't think there's anything else. Ah, there was something else. Okay, that's fine. Because I am still up in material, I am going to take. And now I'm just going to get going to get off here. I am still up material. Ah, he saw the fork. Okay, that's fine. I am still up material. I've got to coordinate these pawns though because it's kind of a headache. I move one rook, he takes the other pawn, so let's try and figure out something. I think I can just slowly play it. Now, he's probably going to come straight back here, but that's not a problem because the knight's going to go there. What is that? Looks like a little Minecraft character. Now, straight away on the board, I'm looking at here, here, and then here, getting those. You know, assuming that he moves the rook when I go here. That should all be fine. Now, what happens if he goes here? I just got to start being tricky myself. I'm going to have to play a little bit quicker now because I am running not low on time, but we're getting there. Yeah, that's an idea too. Rook to the C file. And that was one of my moves. I've decided to do this little waiting move because I do want to bring the rook across and then up, but I don't want to be falling for any sort of back rank in the future. Focus up and win. All right, all right. protecting this pawn over here so that I can get out. Is there something here? I don't see it. I don't see it, but I feel like there's something there. I feel like I should have boxed the king in on the back rank first. I do have to play a bit faster now, so I'm going to stop talking for a bit. Oops. That was a that was a horrible rook too low to the board, and it went on that square instead of this square over here. So that was a horrible way to end that game. That's a shame. But it's not over. I mean, I think I was still drawing, so I mean, not gonna give it up yet. It's okay. I think the game was pretty much a draw there. Once I gave up the pawns, it was pretty much over. But it was unfortunate. Let's just go here, I guess. And I mean, this is just a case now of getting my king into the side of the board, taking the pawn when he pushes it forward. And I'm just going to offer a draw, see if he takes it. There we go. So, unfortunately, I think it was drawn towards the end there anyway, before I had that little error. So I did mean to go here, and I must have dragged the rook a little bit too close to the board here, and it triggered the sensor. But no worries, because, and I think probably there would have been a little bit cleaner, but it doesn't matter. I still got that fork. If I was to go here instead, I'm probably still winning this, but it's very difficult. But we'll consult with the almighty engine in a moment. But it's his turn to move. Like, what do I do here? I guess block. Yeah, and then, yeah, unfortunately, that was a one game that I kind of lost. But you know what? Before we do, let's do the nice, satisfying repairing of the board. And there we go. All right, let's have a quick look at that game. $17.33. Yeah, I definitely. Look, the pieces do occasionally collide. They have a little moment where they're both sort of running towards each other, and they get a little bit angry. And it's kind of a case of one of them eventually gives up. But yeah, they sometimes bump into each other when there's so many of them moving around, but it's not too often. But when they do, I just break it up. I just pick one up. Just get out of here. Yeah, so... All right, so if we go back to here, so it was pretty much not even drawn. I'm actually losing here. So I'm pretty much losing... Well, not pretty much losing here. The bar is only a little bit in his favor, but I actually thought I was doing better here. And... yeah, it's a case of I'm winning here. He pushes, and I should have gone down. But I thought if I went down, he was just going to push again. And then what do I do there? Oh, okay. That Yeah, okay, because the rooks are fighting each other, so he can't. Well, he can. And then what? Rook to f1. So endgames are complicated. I'm not good at them. I need to get better. But they are complicated. So I was miles ahead here. And yeah, this is a game where, let's see how I went. Yes. So take, check, and then the king moves somewhere and then he takes a bishop. So I saw that move. He didn't, but it's good for me. So it's still equal there. So he gets all the brilliant moves. There is another brilliant move towards the end of the game. It's probably his as well. Yeah, it didn't like this move, but he fell for it. Castling was good there. I thought castling might have been not so great. What else? Now, I saw this move coming in, and when this happened, it actually rattled me a little bit. I thought, oh, I've just completely blundered here, but the king can actually get away. So after doing this, I thought there was something I had missed, but it turns out there wasn't. Now, if he goes there, I actually go, oh, I don't go there. I don't go there because that would be bad. And then I'd have to come back. But it's still clearly winning here. Like, so he goes up, goes across. I reckon I should have just taken here. Nope. What's wrong with here? That's good, because if he goes across, no problem. What does he do then? He has to move away. But it's still, I don't know. I'm not convinced. So it says this was a good move. Let's see how this was. Yeah. So this is the move I was going for. It's still drawn here, so I don't, this is kind of upsetting, except, boom, get out of my game. So, upsetting, but, this is a draw now. Once the king is here, it's game over. Even if I give up the knight, it's still fine. Give up the knight, king comes in, and then how do you even get this king out of the corner? You can't. So that's a nice, it's a nice way to go. So let's just go back to the gameplay real quick. Let's have a look at my opponent, because he played very well. I don't like the new chess.com layout. But if anyone wants to add me for a game later, feel free. You can always add me. The name is Wiggy, W-H-I-G-G-I. And let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's been around for a while. It's got a very interesting photo. He's on a bit of a win streak. But what I'm interested in is what was his peak rating? So it looks like he hovers around the 1700 mark. So he played that one incredibly well. 61 moves. But yeah, let's have a look at me. So me. All right, so today's session started off with a loss, 2 wins, and a draw. That's not too bad. I am going to call it here. So thank you very much for everyone who joined in. Let's finish it off on a puzzle though. I don't know if the puzzles will show up with the way I've got this set up. Maybe we can do a puzzle rush. It's got to connect the board. Oh, seems like my board has forgotten that it's in pairing mode. My pleasure, guys, my pleasure. All right, because it's kind of cut off on the loud here, I might actually call it a day. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will be back again several times throughout the week. You can also catch me on Twitch and TikTok as well. Same handle. And yeah, feel free to follow me on any of those, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube if you're watching on one of the other platforms. The board has checked out for the evening, or has it? Let's just see if he's woken up. How much did the board cost? So the board cost, and I'm going to do this in United States dollars because that's what their website is set at. The board cost costs 700 US for the wooden pieces, but 500 and some, or maybe 600 for the plastic pieces. So I'm using the wooden pieces here. And the wooden pieces are a little bit nicer, but where can I show this? They have a little base on them that looks a little bit different. The plastic pieces, the chess set is obviously a bit cheaper. They have like a white base with a white piece, so they kind of look the same on there. So you know, if you're interested in one of these boards, you might be better off getting the plastic pieces if you don't want to spend 700 US on a chessboard. But that price is with my affiliate code. So if you do want to use one of those, feel free to use code Wiggy, and that will help me out in my little streaming and YouTubing adventure. So let's just set up the board here again. But yeah, the prices obviously do change a little bit depending on where you are in the US currency. So that's why I just look at them in US dollars. We seem to have a little collision here. And this knight. Okay. So this one's white to move as well. Previous joke. I didn't see the joke. I missed it. I like jokes. Can you play a game of bullet on it? Or can I play a game of bullet on it? I'm not sure if you're asking if you can have a go on my board or not. Yes, you can play bullet on it, but do keep in mind that you've got to keep up with the pieces because you will run out of time. So the pieces kind of move around. Yeah, it does work. It does work on batteries, and it's got like a little charging dock that you put them on. So when you're done playing, you just plug them in here. It's got like a USB sort of device at the end. And you plug it in and charge it up. Oh, can you play bullet against me while I play on the board? Yeah, we can do that. You can always send me a request. I will lose, but that's okay. Now, I think we just simply take the knight. It's free knight. Why not? Oh, that was you. Before. Have you been here this whole time? You kind of said it, and then you went a little bit quiet, and I wasn't sure if you were here or not, and that's okay. It gave me a bit of a laugh. My name on there is Wiggy, Whiggi. Oh, you've already sent me the request. All right, so one thing about doing Puzzle Rush is it will set the board up whichever way, and I'm not going to flip the board every single time, but this one is black to move, so I don't know, I like to think of it simply as sometimes you should watch the board from your opponent's point of view so you can see if there's any tactics that could kind of ruin your game. And that will train you to sort of watch both sides. So I'm okay with it doing like that, where it sets up on the wrong side. But if anyone does get this board, I do recommend getting a little Lazy Susan to put underneath it so that you can spin it around. I had one, but like I said before, I also have cats, and that's sort of, yeah, we know where that went. So I'm just going to do this last puzzle here, and then I'm going to do the challenge from viewer, and it's just going to be a bullet game, and I'll probably lose that, but yeah. So here we go, looking at this straight away from white's point of view. I can see there's a fork, but it is actually black to play. And it's simply coming in for a checkmate. Yep, so I've accepted the friend request, and let me just set up the board again. So setting up on the home screen is very hit and miss. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. There we go, it's working this time. A little ASMR. And we're back. So let me just, what's the name again? Can you put your name in chat so that I can search you up and I'll send you a challenge? Oh, actually, can I do it here? Does it see who's online? There it is. All right. I'm going to play as white for this one, simply because that way I don't have to turn the board. And we're going to go 2 minutes plus 1. I don't care if it's rated because it's bullet, so that's fine. You can have some free rating points. I've sent you a challenge. So, oh, did I send a challenge to the wrong person? Oh, okay. Let me just custom challenge again. Have you sent me a friend request? You may not be getting the challenge because our ratings could be too different. So if... All right, I've sent you a challenge. I'm not sure why you weren't getting it, but I think I saw a peak of your rating there, so I think I'm in trouble. Oop, I better connect the board. Oh, don't do that. I just missed it. I just missed playing and it aborted. 1 second, let me... Can we just do rematch? Cool. And, all right. I will just play this one upside down because I can't be bothered turning the board around. And then we'll play another one real quick after that. Ah. All right, let's go. Let's go one more. Oh wait, no, I forgot to set up the board. Let me just quickly set it up by hand. Sometimes it's quicker just to set it up by hand and get going. And now we should be good. And let me just connect the board. Oh, don't tell me it's going to turn the board around. There we go. All right. Let's go here. Yeah, we saw the rating and we know what's going on there. As you can see, bullet is not my strong point, but it's enjoyable to play every now and then. I wouldn't really be playing it too much on a board like this. You don't want to damage the wheels for starters, but also there is a little bit of a delay. I mean, 8 moves in, I've lost 20 seconds, but that comes with an increment of 1 second each time, so it's not too bad, but I mean, could you play this on a seriously on Blitz? I wouldn't say seriously, but you could definitely enjoy over the board games in Blitz. I think 3 minutes plus 2 seconds is probably the ideal way to go if you want to play fast games over the board. How am I doing for time? 38 seconds. So I've got to start almost pre-moving. So the castling obviously takes a lot of time. So it won't do the move until you've completed your the castle on the board. So you castle, I have to wait. So a little bit of a disadvantage for me. And yeah. So 3, 2, 1. So yeah, the capturing pieces and the moving pieces make it a little bit difficult, but yeah, I'm also not the fastest blitz or bullet player, so stream delay. So you're putting up with hearing me talk, and it's delayed by 5 or 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm also not the fastest bullet or blitz player. Rapid and classical are pretty much where my expertise is. But that was a good game. I enjoyed that one a lot more than the first one. So where do you go next? I think you go here next. And then maybe here. And then here. And then I guess here. Bullet. What am I in bullet? 1400. The rapid, I'm 1700. But I feel like I should be more around the 1900. I just got to start playing more, which is why, I'm sort of getting into this a little bit more. I did have somebody on TikTok ask to play. Unfortunately, I am going to have to call it here. But, you know, if you're on TikTok and you want to see more of these streams, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube as well. I will always be streaming on TikTok, but I don't quite see the messages on TikTok, where I do see them all the time on YouTube or Twitch. So if you ever want to challenge me to a game, make sure you head over and follow me on one of those platforms. But I also do keep an eye on it here, but I might miss it from time to time. So I do apologize about that. It was winning for black. Yeah. So I've kind of set the board up in a little bit of a weird way here. So let me just reset the board. One last ASMR before I head off. Oh, it sounds good. Hey, listen, if you do have any questions on this board or any of the other boards, always feel free to hit me up. You've got me on chess.com now, so yeah, maybe you can hit me up on there. I'd love to have some more games again in the future. So it doesn't look like you do play a few rapid games. So yeah, if you'd ever want to play some more training games, you let me know. And if you have any questions about these boards, feel free to let me know. All right, guys, I am going to call it here because I do need to go and get some dinner. I will be streaming a lot more. I don't know the schedule yet. I'm still sort of testing out what time of days are good, but it feels like Friday, Saturdays, Sundays in Australia. So if you're in America or somewhere else, sort of adjust. From 5 p.m. onwards, seem like a good time. Friday, 5 p.m. onwards. Saturday, Sunday, throughout the daytime. So we're probably looking at about 10 a.m. Australian time. And yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I will see you all next time.